Hello folks, and we are going to finish up Lagoon. Okay, welcome to the Sanctuary, which was called The Secret Place in the Super Nintendo version. I don't know why Sanctuary isn't even religious. So, supposedly the time ring is somewhere in here, but I've never been able to find it. Which means that's all that's really left for us to do is navigate this place and make it to the final boss. Anyway, this version has unique music for this area. But everything else is pretty much the same. In the SNES version, if you might remember, it uses the regular cave music. Just making sure there weren't any, hidden passages or anything like that. I don't even know what I'd do with the time ring. Could I use it against bosses? I hope not. I really hope not, because that would make things even easier. Or it might not. Because then I remembered exactly what the defense ring does to bosses. Yeah, the thing is, Ys 1 and 2 and games like that made it so that you couldn't use rings in boss fights. Well, these kinds of rings. But in Lagoon, it's pretty much necessary because bosses do contact damage, and the only way to damage bosses is with contact. Because you can't really refill enough MP to kill bosses with magic in this game. Anyway, we've gained all the levels we need to take on the final bosses of the game. It's a bit similar, but there's no Zera this time. Because, we roasted him. Well, we didn't roast him, Matthias took care of that. I've seen a lot of media where the mentor fights some villain or other, but I think Lagoon is the only place I've seen one mentor fight another mentor. At least in video gaming, anyway. So you get rid of all these knights. Okay, we are going to fight the ancient demon, and he looks kinda different this time. So let's get him. This boss is why I take back what I said about the SNES being able to handle everything about this game. Okay, the demon has been destroyed. And it throws us right into the boss fight with Thor, who has much different moves this time around. After he teleports, you can't really see it too well here, he leaves behind a damage area that does a tremendous amount of damage. It could very easily kill me even with the defense ring. Bird Thor doesn't move as fast, and you can only harm him in his crystal orb. But if you're leveled sufficiently, like me, this is basically no problem at all. And that's it. Point first. Sorry, man, Destiny sucks. And there's our princess. You know, hopefully after we get out of the sanctuary. We don't want to get crushed by a castle. Okay, we did it! And there's the king, the queen, the princes, Freya... just all of the folks. Oh, it even does the cast thing like the Turbo CD version of East 1 and 2 does at the beginning, kinda. Some of these characters wouldn't make it to the SNES version. Zara needs to brush. And our archenemy. So that's it for Lagoon for the Sharp X68000. Final verdict. The moment-to-moment gameplay is definitely better than the Super Nintendo version because, you know, this is the gameplay the game was designed for. But it still definitely comes with some glaring problems, most notably around the boss fights. Because the fact that enemies require contact to hit and bosses always do contact damage means there really isn't that much strategy for fighting bosses most of the time except outgrinding their contact damage and just ramming them. I've already talked about how East 1 and 2 and East 4 Mask of the Sun and Dawn of East got around that sort of thing. And I really do think the same kind of thing could have been done in Lagoon, such as giving bosses more interesting attack patterns but removing their contact damage, so boss fights would be less of a bulldozer match. But while I played the Super Nintendo version of this game basically for giggles, I think I might revisit this version of the game just on my own, because like I've said before, there aren't really many clones of, like, classic old East gameplay. And there's Greg the Knight. Just Greg. But, Apart from the boss fights, this game really does execute pretty much everything better, from the basic monster combat to the story to the music. Of course, this game did have the benefit of being run on what's basically arcade hardware. Oh wow, the rock enemy is just actually named Rock? I don't think I ever fought that centipede enemy. It's supposed to be in the dwarf and volcano area, but it just isn't there. Did I miss something? There's also the slightly cumbersome save system that requires you to swap game discs, so whenever you start up the game or die after you've made it past the first disc. Because even the older versions of Ys 1 and 2 were somewhat better about that sort of thing. Still, I would definitely play this over the PC 8801 versions of Ys 1 and 2. And I'm pretty sure I've explained why about that at length by now. Oh wait, that mouse monster was named Mickey? Perfect. Anyway, this is now the real end of me playing Lagoon. Though with my luck, I bet like a week from now I'm going to find out there was some enhanced remake for like the N-Gage or Ouya or something like that. But overall, this was a good time despite my many, many deaths by arrogance. Wait, the shadow monster is actually called Shadowy? I give up. I just give. I love how the bosses are listed under Scoundrel. Samson, Natella, Erdon, Duma, Thamale, Thor, Ultimate Terror, Battler. It's not even in the right boss order. Anyway, now that I'm back in the game, we're going to be talking a bit about what I plan to do next. After this, I am going to be returning to Ys Memories of Celceta, so don't worry, that will get completed. And after that, I think I might be a bit burned on just these longer sorts of action RPGs, so I think I'm just going to do something a bit shorter in between. I have some ideas, and I think you people will like what I have in mind. Well, Nassel leaves Atland again. And I'm willing to bet that this is one of those things where Nassel just leaves on his own set of adventures that we'll never see because there was never any sort of sequel to Lagoon. And off he goes. Nassel's adventures are never over. So before we go, I would like to thank the fan translator of this game for taking the time to deal with Japanese hardware. Thank you for watching this all the way through, and later I will be back with more Ys as we return to the land of Salsetta. See you then, goodbye!